everybody, and welcome back to Wrassle Graps. My name is Chris,
My name is Vincent.
and today we're here to talk about SummerSlam 2022. Uh, a very, very interesting show for many reasons, I would say.
Kind of surprisingly good. Like, I was hyped for this show because it's the first Triple H show since Vince McMahon retired, but it was actually really fucking good.
Yeah, and like you told me earlier, it was a Vince card with Triple H production,
Yeah.
and
Like
I
he
think,
had the card in front of him. He had to do what he had to do.
yeah, I think he did a pretty stand-up job there, and we're gonna talk about that more. But I mean, I think it's kind of weird to just go into it without not elaborating on what you just said there. First Triple H show, Vince McMahon's out there. What's going on with that?
Yeah, those allegations really got the guy out.
They got him. Speaking of movement going up to him.
You know, I mean, thank God. I mean, he was a big asshole, and it's good to see that he's gone.
Yeah, Vince is one of those guys. You're like, you always assumed he was up to something, but you didn't know
I mean,
what.
we knew he was up to something. You knew.
When you find out what, you're like, that's really messed up.
Yeah,
Not super surprising that he would do that, but that's pretty terrible.
exactly. But overall, glad to see that he's gone. This means great things for the rest of the company. I mean, creatively. So I'm interested to see what Triple H does with the new creative job he's got going on.
I mean, look, it's a great time for everybody, especially Michael Cole. Michael Cole can be a normal human being finally. After 25 years,
Everyone could be a normal human being now. I mean, really.
well, you see, the Raw announced team had that option. They just chose not to. I don't know what was up with that. Uh,
I
they,
mean, Jimmy Smith is Jimmy Smith. I mean, I don't know what you want. You get what you get, all
I
right?
mean,
You get what you see.
Jimmy Smith has the personality of
His
a,
name is Jimmy Smith. I mean, that says it all, right?
he has the personality of a NPC from a game from like 20 years ago.
He has the personality and the name. The match
Because
made
it's some personality. But
yeah.
this was my first show, watching a show that Trips was involved in. Granted, it's only been a week. This is
This
my
is that
first.
one WWE pay-per-view where I was like, wow, that shit was actually fucking awesome in so long. Like, I've never felt that way about a WWE pay-per-view in forever.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt, and we'll talk about this more. I felt more of like this card isn't really that interesting to me, but I respected what everyone in the ring was able to do. You know,
You know why, Chris? You know why? Because all the matches were rematches from other pay-per-views.
that is true. There,
Yeah,
I can honestly tell you there isn't one match that ended, and I was like, that is actively the worst thing I've seen in my entire life.
yeah, exactly. But
And
yeah, I was looking forward to seeing what Triple H, because I mean, he said he was going to make there were rumors that he would make a big splash on this pay-per-view. So I was like, I want to know what this is.
make splash at the slam. He's going to do that.
Yeah. hmm Yeah, I wish it was there too. Like, it's Nashville. It's like 2 hours away from me, but I
You
wasn't
could
there. I couldn't be there. Couldn't be there.
you could have been there for the awkward appearance from Mayor Kane.
And Kid Rock, I guess.
That actually, you know what? That was the one thing in the show that I was actively not here for. I did not want to see that, but I did, and
Mooching up as
that's
well,
one L. It's one L for
as well
Papa
as giving the
H.
middle finger. Yeah.
It's one L for Papa H.
Should not have shown that on camera.
No, no
More
one
is it
wanted to
now?
see it.
Haven't done or Papa H really.
I mean, no, someone had to make the call to show them.
Haven't done should have just turned it off. You know,
No,
turned
actually,
off
I
the
will.
camera.
I will say that Kevin Dunn probably was like, Kid Rock's here. We gotta talk about that. We can just glance over Kid Rock. And
You could definitely glance over Kid Rock. I've been glancing over Kid Rock forever.
yeah, man, they played this song like 17 times. I didn't even know it was him until they told me it was him.
Exactly. I can live without Kid Rock. I've been living without Kid Rock. Keep it that way.
Yeah. But anyways,
I don't care if he's in the Hall of Fame or what. I don't give a fuck.
we're gonna get to this show here, but quick thoughts here. I feel that if this is any indication overall of what's to come under the Triple H regime, then I am very excited for what's coming next.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the one time I'm excited about watching Raw
We're actually, after we record this, we're actually gonna go watch Raw. Not even kidding. we mean it this time.
We definitely mean it. We might review it. We might not review. Don't expect anything. Okay.
Maybe it depends on how good it is.
It depends on if it's good. If not, then it's not. We're not gonna bother with it.
If you don't see a review, just assume it was trash, actually.
Exactly. Yeah. Unless there's
But
something to talk about, we're not gonna talk about it.
unless there's a ring flipping incident on this show also, uh, maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, perhaps. But yeah, I'm glad to see Vince McMahon's finally fucking gone because that creative was god awful
Yeah. I mean,
and was
but
holding back this whole entire company from me. Exactly.
now, there's plenty of people out there, I'm sure, who are like, no, but it's Vince. He did so many great things for the business. And while that is true, he also did a lot of actively bad for the business. Let's not forget about that. And it was
Especially
more bad things
recent.
that Dorsey had.
And then those allegations. I mean, all of that combined get the man out of there. Really.
Yeah, so anyway, those were our quick thoughts. We're going to do a video separately. We did record that, but a little messed up. Uh,
Yeah.
that's fine. This is more convenient, I feel, switching into this.
Mm. I think it was interesting, enough to talk about.
Yeah. So we talked about that enough. We could probably talk about that for a long time, but that's not really why you're here to hear about SummerSlam. And let's get into it. The first match of the night, Belair versus Lynch. Again,
Belair versus Lynch again, not as good as the first match. Or not as good as whatever number match this was. But I mean, not as good as the WrestleMania match.
it wasn't, but you know what? It lasted longer than 20 seconds, and it was a very good wrestling match. I
It
don't
was
think
better than the first match, I guess.
it was better than last year's SummerSlam match between the two. I will
Yep.
definitely say that.
Yep.
I mean, it's a shame that this match kind of got overshadowed by what happened at the end of the match, but it was a good match. So good
I
watch.
mean,
Go watch it.
overall, it wasn't the great. Like, it was a decent match. It was an average match. I think it's cool stuff. I guess I'd say it was a good match, you know. But overall, I think the most important part was the ending.
Right, I do agree with that. So Belair retains the title after a solid 15-minute match there. Uh, Becky Lynch shakes hands with her. They hug, show some respect between the two. And then after a year, more than a year, Bailey returns, but she was not alone. Do you know who was with her?
No, I don't know who was with her.
It was Dakota Kai, formerly
What?
released Dakota Kai, is back, and
Can't be.
I'm still not sure about this one because
Io Sky?
The Titantron did say Io Shirai, but I'm pretty sure it's Io Sky now. So
Yeah.
gotta look into that one.
I mean, what did you think about it?
I am interested in this because I don't think that the women's division has a great history of factions in WWE, you
I
know,
don't think WWE has a great history with factions.
especially recently. And you know, I
The best
think
one they had was the Hurt Business, and that got split up real quick.
yeah, I get scared with factions a lot after that, Her Business fantastic. Lasted for like a month for some reason. And I think we should bring that back. Triple H should do that tonight, actually. Just
I
reform the
need,
Hurt
I
Business.
need it back. It was so good.
Pretend that whole Bobby Lashley MVP thing never happened.
Yeah, please. Goddamn, I would rather that happen than anything else.
If Triple H tonight comes out and says, hey, so hear me out, guys. I'm just gonna pretend that the last year of booking didn't happen, okay? And we're just gonna go back to some nice things, and I hope we can all be okay with that. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if they're gonna have like a GM for like Raw and SmackDown now.
I mean, I don't mind Triple H just going on
Kind of like a
Twitter and
William Regal thing.
oh yeah. I mean, William
They
Regal
don't
and
have a
NXT,
William Regal on the main roster.
and they have an Adam Pierce.
Yeah, man, he could work. It's fine.
They have an Adam
It's
Pierce.
gonna make him more official, I guess.
Make him feel more official, and also, you know what, just make him feel more like he has some power. He just comes out.
Exactly.
I would
There's some
personally like
random
to.
motherfucker that's in the back. He's like, okay, I feel really strongly about this. Let me go tell him what's going on.
That's basically his backstory. Is he was a random dude from the back, and everyone on Twitter was like, "Oh, it's that guy," and we were like, "Oh, that's cool because it's that guy." But realistically, we didn't know who he is. You just saw some random guy come out and just start throwing around orders. And everyone is just like, I mean, I guess if he's doing it, maybe he's in charge. And no one really questioned that.
And so the village went up with him, and it was a whole thing.
Right. It was a whole weird
And
thing.
Nash has a donut company.
She does with Mandy. Is it called the Mandy's Donuts? I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. But anyway,
We're
back
not
to the
sponsored
match.
by them.
We are not sponsored by them, but we will take the sponsorship or a donut, whichever one you feel like offering.
I will take the payment with donuts.
Yes. Free dozen would be cool. We will just plug it for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. Anyway,
Actually,
I've been looking forward to Bailey's return. So the whole Bailey return thing, I was really hyped for it.
I also
But I
was.
feel like everyone forgot about it. Like I just feel like everyone kind of like threw it to the side, like, oh, forget about Bailey and shit. But me, I always remember Bailey. So,
Mainly one of the greatest things about the pandemic era. And I'm happy to see her back. I think this is I don't know, does this faction feel weird to you? This faction feels a little bit weird to me.
not really. I mean, it could be. It's a group of badasses, and so that's what I see. So I mean, I'm pretty sure it could work, especially with Bailey as like the big, like the front of it.
I need to see the explanation first. I think that will really sell me on it. Or not sell me on it, whatever the opposite of sell me is.
I
But
mean, yeah. I mean, they have to explain it, right?
yeah. Um but I think this could be good though. I trust it. I trust Triple H.
I trust Triple H. I trust Bailey. And this was apparently pitched to Vince, and he said, "No way!" And we're gonna release Dakota Kai as well.
No way, as a matter of fact, who is Dakota guy and why does she still work for me?
Who's that? Cut. She's cut. That's who she is.
Yeah. And another thing about this segment, I'm pretty sure this was our first of a couple F bombs on the show that I couldn't really make out, but I'm pretty sure Bailey said the F word.
Is it freaking?
She might have. Uh,
Wow, that's a big
you know,
word.
we just got back, not trying to go full in yet with the cursing, but I mean,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure she did say that.
that's crazy. I would never have expected her to say something like that.
I mean, like, if we're getting more of those, I'm very happy about that. Really take advantage of that TV 14 rating. I'm here for it.
TV 14 would be perfect for WWE under Triple H.
Yeah.
I wonder
So
if Triple. I mean, apparently Raw is supposed to be his fucking statement show. So I mean, I'm not sure what to expect. Tony Khan's grabbing his popcorn right
Tony Khan, what do you say he was the longest reigning uh what do you say
CEO, I
CEO of a
think.
wrestling company?
Yeah.
That dude really said, by default, I am now the best.
He's really fucking flexing right now, man, too. He's like, you really think these people, just because there's a change of power in our competition, that they're just going to jump over to WWE? Absolutely. I've signed these people to 5-year contracts. They're not leaving.
They're my friends. I've hugged Cesaro. Did you not see me hug Cesaro?
They
I
don't
hugged.
want to leave. I like these guys. Sign them for 5 years. It seems so evil. I don't know.
There wasn't even a contract. I just gave him a hug. And they said, I'll stay for 5 years. Tony, I'll stay.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it feels kind of weird. I don't know.
I mean, Tony Khan's one of those guys. I just don't see him as being evil. He just seems very excited to be here.
He really hyped fucking fan, I guess. I don't know.
He's in a wrestling war now with Triple H. He's very excited.
You gotta do. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's only come off as intimidating, and that's just how he came off. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. 'Cause I really gotta say something. Let me just say this real quick.
What's that contract say? 5 years? That's what I thought. That's how long they'll be here.
I really like Adam Cole and Malachi Black, so this should be okay.
Hey, Adam, who are you on the phone with? Paul.
Hunter, Pole, yeah, Hunter Pole. You know him. He's a hunter.
Okay, cool. Tell him I said
Oh,
hi.
okay, yeah. What does he hunt? Yeah, animals. That's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Yes. Did you hear about that one basketball player? What's his name again? Sorry, this is my favorite Tony Khan clip. I just don't remember the guy's name. But,
It's a long name. I don't blame you.
it's Giannis something. But it was very funny. If you
Yeah,
didn't see Tony Khan introduce that guy that one time, go look that
hilarious.
up.
I was gonna say Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard, great basketball player.
Dude,
AJ,
WWE signing.
big fan of LeBron Michaels.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's
I don't know
basketball.
basketball players. We don't know basketball. We're here to talk about wrestling, okay?
Yeah, man. Stop asking me about basketball. What are you up to, man?
Yeah, why are we talking about basketball? What the fuck? Anyway, this new faction is about to be insane. I can already feel it. And if it's not, then I'm gonna really be let down.
Well, I mean, I trust Triple H, trust Papa H.
Trust Bailey, trust everybody involved. We'll see what happens.
I have consistently been that meme of SpongeBob praying to the Triple H shrine. Consistently.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Anyways,
But
moving
anyway,
on. Logan
this was
Paul.
actually a back-to-back fucking great shit.
Yeah, Logan Paul versus The Miz. This whole feud, by the way, based on Logan Paul coming out and saying, "Hey Miz, I want a match." The Miz going, "I don't think so, kid. Not gonna happen." And then Logan Paul said, "Well, I guess that means your balls are pretty small then, I guess." And The Miz said, "No, no,
I
they're
mean, the
normal
logic
size."
there is pretty, I would agree, I guess.
The Miz said, "No, they're normal size and fully functional. You're on, kid." And that's
I
basically how
mean,
we got here.
he said no balls, basically.
No balls bet
No
is
balls,
basically the
man.
whole feud. What we are going with.
Anyway, I don't like Logan Paul like that, but I mean, he showed me, man. He showed me.
Okay, look, I think the best way to handle this, we all know Logan Paul is one of the worst people on the
Asshole.
planet.
Yeah.
Uh, I think the best way, the only way we can get through a Logan Paul WWE run is to just look at the in-ring work and the character he is on TV and try to not look at that because otherwise it's going to
Look,
be a very long run.
I will say that he fits pro wrestling very well.
He does. He's a very natural heel, which is why I'm not sure why he's a face. Um,
I mean, after this match, though, I mean, people were cheering for him. So
people
I'm not
were
going to say he can't work as a face. I think he could under the right circumstances, but
I don't know how much of it was like face or like how much of it was like I can't believe
and
he's actually
respect,
doing it.
man. You know,
Yeah.
it's respect. I mean, that's kind of what it is.
Anyways,
But
this
I know
match,
he pulled off some crazy shit in this match, like perfect shit. Like I'm not gonna lie, like moonsaults were perfect. The fucking springboard was great. He dove onto the maze through a table. It was crazy.
yeah, he was great.
His
Much as I
frog
hate
splash
to
was
say it.
amazing.
Yeah, he looks like he's actually trying, and I do appreciate that and respect that. Maurice put a giant pair of silver balls down to the ring. Um,
He could do that.
I feel like we should mention that. Tommaso
I kind of
Ciampa,
really, I really dig that the celebrities are coming in and taking it really seriously when they come in to do a match.
I do. I might not like them being around, but I do appreciate that they do try.
Yeah, I was interested to see what Logan Paul could do. So I mean, see like especially in a one-on-one capacity where he's not in a tag team match. So and he really did nail it. I mean, I can't really say anything else other than that.
I can agree with that. The one thing I do not like, though, is that AJ Styles is involved in this. He should not have anything to do with this. I just don't want him anywhere
Whose
near.
idea was that? Yeah, what the fuck?
AJ Styles is nearing the end of his career. He does not belong anywhere near a Logan Paul Miz feud. Don't do this to the poor guy.
It's like Finn Balor. Goddamn.
Jeez. I mean,
These
look,
guys are getting old. I need them to be in good storylines, good fucking feuds.
AJ Styles has been saying that he has like 2 years left consistently. Okay. Well, eventually it's going to stick. Eventually.
Yeah, AJ
But
should just go to AW if this keeps up.
I mean, like, they did tease the Ciampa Styles feud, and I'm very excited to see that if that's what we're getting.
I mean, but
Uh,
why is Ciampa with the Miz though?
I don't know the science or math behind that.
I was very confused, but I was also like, let's just go with it.
Yeah, we're here. You might as well just go with it. I mean, that's what I do most of the time.
He did the one thing though, when the ref tried to kick him out of ringside because he was interrupting too much during the match. He was just like, nope, I'm going to sit here in this chair instead.
He got caught trying to cheat, and the ref's like, leave. And he said, you know what? I don't think so. I'm going to take a seat, actually. I'm
What are you
enjoying
going to
life.
do, ref? You're not going to come over here and fucking throw me out, bro.
He called him. He said, do something. No balls. And the ref said, you know what? You're right about that, actually.
He calls on his fucking AJ Styles hit.
He pulled out his phone. He said, AJ? Yeah, right there. That guy.
Yeah, AJ took care of him.
Anyway, Logan Paul does win with a skull crushing finale. And you know what? Kind of credit. It was a good match. Gonna move on now.
I'm looking forward to seeing more from Logan Paul if this keeps up.
Yeah. If only he was a more likable human being, this would be so much nicer.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up, Big Bob retains his U.S. title against Austin Theory. It was like
Very quick.
5 minutes. It wasn't that long, yeah.
I guess, it is what it is, Because Austin Theory had to come in later on in the night, so he didn't want to get too injured. You know,
I guess so. I mean, the only thing really that happened in this match was that really cool transition into the Hurt Lock to end it.
yeah.
That's really all.
I mean, not much to say about this match, really, other than, like, he trying to run away because he wasn't going to deal with this, ahead of his cash in, and then Bobby was like, nope, you're not getting away from this one. I'm calling the Hurt Lock. He got fucked, and he lost. So,
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like is when wrestlers are like, this title isn't important enough for me. I'm not a big fan of that.
yeah,
But I
definitely
mean,
feel weird about that. It is what it is.
Cliff
I need the
Notes
big
though,
card titles under Triple H, the big card titles should seem more important.
they probably will. Yeah, I think they will.
Same thing with tag team wrestling, but we'll get to it later.
So Bob retains, and that's really the entire Cliff Notes you need from the match.
Yeah.
Next up, Judgment Day versus Mysterios. I mean, I don't know what this feud's
I still
about.
come back to Edge's old theme song. Like, they stole everything from Edge.
They stole the entire gimmick from Edge. I think the only thing different maybe that uh VR thing in the sky that looks kind of different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know how I feel about
what's this feud about? I really don't know. Did they just not like Rey Mysterio for some reason?
it. I don't know, but it was very weird. I mean, the match itself was kind of okay. It was average.
It was
This is
it was
where the show started slowing down.
this match was very much a backdrop for the Edge return later on in the
Pretty
match.
much. Yeah.
Edge
Like, what's
return.
Dominic Mysterio really doing?
Dominic Mysterio is the most disappointing prospect in all of pro wrestling. I think we can all agree on this.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck you can do with this guy.
I mean, dude's got a
The only
mullet
thing he has
now.
to do is turn on his dad.
Dude's got a mullet now, and he doesn't really do anything. I mean, at this point, just get rid of him.
He fired the first one fired under Triple H. Dominic Mysterio.
Triple H just looks at a picture of Hook and Dominic, and he's like, "What are you doing that this guy isn't doing? And why aren't you doing anything that this guy is doing?"
Yeah. I mean, I think he's good. I just think he needs a little character development. He'll be good to go.
Uh,
He's really disappointing right now. So,
quick detour though. Congrats, Hook, FTW champion.
oh yeah, thank God Hook's the FTW champion. That's pretty cool.
Uh, I'm just throwing it out there. Hook, one title. Dominic, absolutely none, zero. Actually, he was tag team champions
Not the
once for like a
same
month.
though. Not the same. Hook's just way better. I don't know. Premier
Hook,
athlete, I think.
everyone knows that Hook is just holding back his true power. If he lets it all out, he'll just take every title at once, and he just doesn't want to do that. He's a nice
It's
guy.
like Thanos.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that. He's like Thanos with the Infinity Stones. He just snaps his fingers once. He will get all the titles. And he's just such a nice guy that he won't do that to everybody else.
Yeah, pretty much. Dominic Mysterio, he's just, I mean, like I said, his father's holding him back.
But Dominic hasn't done it because Dominic can't do it. We all
He's
know
too much
this.
of a daddy's boy.
Happy 20 years in the business, Dad. I thank you for training me. That's Dominic. That's Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Daddy Boy Mysterio.
You know what? This is exactly why Rhea Ripley dragged his ass out of the locker room and beat him up. This is exactly why.
That's why, man. That's why.
This is why Judgment Day is a problem. Actually, they just want to get Dominic away from Rey Mysterio, so Rey Mysterio can enjoy the rest of his career.
I don't want him to join Judgment Day either. I don't think he would fit.
I just want Dominic to go train somewhere and come back in 5 years. That's all.
But he's good. I think he's well trained. I think that he just needs a little more character. He just kind of not really. He doesn't have much. He's just a normal guy.
The problem is he coasted too much off that Seth Rollins match in his debut. That's the problem, really.
His peak was his debut.
That's that's never a good thing. You never want to peak right at the beginning.
No, definitely not.
But
Oh well, it
anyway,
is what it is. Edge came back though. He was, fucking Pyros going off was crazy.
Edge is very cool. Still, he's fantastic.
His shirt's pretty, like his merch that he has going on right now. His merch. I want to buy both of them. I want to buy that hoodie. I want to buy that T-shirt.
Actually, I mean, Edge never has bad merch. Let's be honest. I mean,
Well,
sometimes,
I
I mean,
mean, they kind of ugly. Yeah.
that great face is going through. That wasn't great. I'll throw that
You
out
know,
there.
his worst piece of merchandise is the little toy doll he has.
With toy doll,
The fucking buddy or I don't know what it's called. Like the little pillow, like a stuffed animal of Edge. Yeah.
that bleacher creature thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is pretty scary. That is true.
Why would you have that? You don't give that to anybody.
I mean, if you don't like somebody,
Yeah, I guess. So. You just put it in their fucking room. Like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, there's other things you can send to people you don't like. I found out this week there was a website, a legal website too, where
Illegal?
a legal website where you can do this. A legal website where you can buy different kinds of animal poop and send it to somebody.
Oh, that sounds like a dark web thing, but
But
probably
it's
not.
not though, and that's the craziest part about it.
That's crazy.
Don't like somebody, you have a problem with your uncle.
I don't know if I would do that to anybody. I hate.
Buddy Carl's been acting a bit too much. Send it his way.
That sounds terrible.
Anyways, Edge returns cost Judgment Day the match. Finn Balor can never win anything. This poor man. But
Man, I want Finn Balor to be good so bad. And Corey Graves is like, oh, like he was talking about how Finn Balor hasn't reached his full potential yet, and whether or not Judgment Day will do that for him. I don't think it will.
6 years, Corey, I don't know what to tell you.
It's not even his fault. It's just everyone. It's Vince's fault, really.
Like Finn Balor's one of those guys who I think is gonna hopefully get a really good shine under Triple H.
Because he won the fucking Universal title. He got injured. That's just bad luck, you know. But then he
Yeah,
came back. They did nothing with him. He went to NXT, did something with himself. And then he came back to the main roster, did nothing again.
it's really a crime what they do to him up there. But hopefully, Papa H get on that one.
Yeah. Hopefully he's gonna be good.
Next up, we move to one of my favorite things of the night, purely for commentary alone. Corbin versus McAfee.
Yeah, this was pretty funny, I'll be honest. I was laughing at Michael Cole.
Michael Cole, he does have a personality. It took 25 years in getting rid of Vince, but there is a personality under there.
Yeah, I mean, surprising, man. But I mean, okay, I'll tell you about the first wrestling show I ever went to. They were chanting "Fire Michael Cole" behind me. So we really came a long way, I think.
They did, they did come a long way. They were chanting for Michael Cole in this match,
That
not
was
the fire man.
2009, and now we're in 2002, so we're not 2022, so
It took
it's very
13
long.
years, but people are finally cheering for Michael Cole. Not to be
Yeah,
fired, just in general.
exactly. But this time, Pat McAfee didn't have the best performance.
It's, I mean, it was not. He did mess up a little bit. I mean, I guess it's what happens when you don't wrestle in like a couple months.
Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about Rey Mysterio's big old slip up at the end of his match, where he
I,
fucking tried to do the springboard and he missed completely.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not pay attention to most of that match.
Yeah, I mean I get it, but I had to go back and rewatch it because I missed it the first time.
Was it funny?
It was hilarious. I was laughing.
I
Like you
will
know how
go
he
back.
goes to drop the time off the springboard, bro. He just fucking missed that shit completely.
I
Just
mean,
slid on top of the opponent.
we're gonna talk about it, but it pales in comparison to the Brock Lesnar one later on.
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely.
So, I mean, look, Michael Cole, the complete Chad that he is, gets up. He looks at Baron Corbin and says, "You know what? You looking at me for, bro? Go look somewhere else. Who do you think you are, buddy? Get out of here. What's
Corbin
wrong?"
was not having anything with Michael Cole. He was like, "Look at your buddy right here. Look at him."
Just,
And he pushed him on his seat, bro.
just see Michael Cole's ready to throw some hands, dude. Just tell.
For the homie.
For the homie, we're gonna see Jack Michael Cole return, throw some hands with Baron Corbin, and I was very
He's
excited.
fucking jacked, man. Isn't he? Like he's really fucking built, isn't he? Right now.
Michael Cole is unreasonably jacked. He should not look like that, but he does, and I respect it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Luckily, Pat McAfee does win. Uh,
With
Michael
a
Cole very.
sunset flip.
This is also the last we had to deal with the Raw commentary announced team. They don't show up for the rest of the night. It was from this point on. It's all Michael Cole and Corey
I
Graves.
think
So
I think Pat McAfee has a balancing issue.
balancing issue.
Yeah, you can't balance anymore.
They cannot do that. It's very difficult for him.
I mean, at least he recovers decently, but like, don't do it if you're gonna have to like have a whole recovery and shit. You know,
I hope if he wrestles again, he looks back, he's like, you know what? Maybe I stick to in-ring stuff
just
around
train a bit more if you want.
yeah, sometimes, you gotta do something, you're like, "I can't do it now, but I think when I get out there, the adrenaline will push me to do it." And, that's never true, almost never
Called
true.
an adrenaline rush.
Just because you think you can do it when someone else if you can't do it when no one's watching, you probably can't do it when somebody is watching, and that's just a fact of life.
That's how I go about it. I just wing it every time.
Yeah, never works out for me, almost never.
I never prepare. I never prepare for anything. I mean, maybe I do prepare, but I prepare too much and then I fuck up anyway. So yeah,
This podcast, the minimum we do is watch the show, write down what matches happen, just wing it from there.
exactly. You know, it's been working out. I think
I know it's
we kind of dropped the ball a little bit. We were having good views for a couple of days. And, you know, we stopped uploading, so we'll see
you know,
how this
li
goes.
life gets in the way sometimes.
Life does pass you by.
Anyways, Pat McAfee did win. He also winged it. Wunged it?
Warned you.
Is that the
Yeah,
past tense
that's
of wing?
correct. That's proper.
Let us know down below if that's correct, but McAfee wants the point.
He won. Yeah, that's true.
Michael Cole, direct quote, "It wasn't pretty, but it worked." So, good for
Mhm.
him.
I mean, yeah, it's good. And actually, not as impressive as Logan Paul.
No, unfortunately, can't say he was.
Maybe he can learn a few things.
Next up, we get to a Drew McIntyre promo.
This
It
was
was
crazy. It was kind of funny. I'm
yeah,
not a big fan of Drew McIntyre promos, though.
I think this is the most enjoyable Drew McIntyre's been in, like, a year, 2 years, probably.
I think so. Yeah. Point out
He
some fan in the crowd named Colt.
He came out, he made some jokes about Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar having like a billion matches. Said, "Hey, what's your name, kid?" Colt. Well, Colt, this is the first time they're having that match in front of you. Give it up for Colt. And Colt was like, I don't feel comfortable with this. I don't know why you've singled me out in this fashion. I would just like to
Yeah,
go
he
back
was
and enjoy
good
the show.
though because the whole stadium of people were chanting his names.
I'm just saying, Colt looked very uncomfortable. Just throwing it out there.
That is true. That is true. I would also feel uncomfortable, and I'm 20 years.
Like, I mean, I could be like 50 years old. I still wouldn't feel cool about it, but
Yeah, it's true. I'd be like, I don't know about this man. True. You gotta calm down.
I mean, I'm happy to be here. I'm not that happy to be here. My buddy Darren doesn't know that I'm here. I told him I only had one ticket. I actually brought Kevin instead. He doesn't need to know about this. Relax, Drew. It's not that serious.
Yeah, my anxiety would get the best of me for sure.
I would have ducked and probably run, most likely.
Run through the group of people.
Run through the fans who were chanting my name. I would have yelled, "Please stop looking at me," and started crying. Um, anyway, so
Anyway,
good promo.
dark times. Dark times.
So then we get to the Usos versus Street Profits. Special guest referee Jeff Jarrett, because why not, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, he's from Nashville, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, he looks like he's from somewhere in Tennessee. I think he is.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think the closest thing we got to someone from Tennessee was Bianca Belair from Knoxville, Tennessee. Right.
Yeah, Bianca, Kane,
Hal
maybe.
Kane was there too, but he's not even from Nashville. I mean,
I mean, he's from somewhere in Tennessee.
yeah. I don't even know if he's from Tennessee.
He's there to be there.
Parts unknown,
Maybe Parts Unknown was Knoxville all along. Who knows?
perhaps.
Who's to say, really?
Yeah.
So you get to the Usos versus Street Profits. Jeff Jarrett was there. Jeff Jarrett, very aggressive referee. Um, but he was doing his job correctly. Got to give it to him.
Not as good as the other match they had.
Money in the Bank. I
Money in
don't
the
know.
Bank. That's the one.
I don't even really
That,
remember it.
that Money in the Bank match was a match of the year contender. This one, not really.
There's a good chance I didn't watch that show. I don't think I did.
Well, if you didn't, then you gotta go watch that match. That's the only match that mattered.
I will have to go do that now. But I
Yeah.
mean, I think if it got, I'd say like 5, 10 more minutes, and you cut out some stuff on the show, I think it could have been a little bit better.
The crowd wasn't too into it. Like the first Money in the Bank match, they were into everything, but that was also a small venue, I guess. This one they weren't too into it. The spots weren't as cool as back in Money in the Bank. The energy wasn't the same.
I think if
So
Dawkins kicked out of the 1D and the match kept going a little bit longer, I think
maybe then it would have maybe kicked up a notch, but I don't think it didn't happen. So
the Usos retained the tag division. I mean, it's still around. It's happening.
the tag division sucks because it's just the Usos and just Street Profits.
Yeah. Hopefully, Papa H get on that one.
Yeah, I don't even know who we have left really.
There's the Viking Raiders. There
The
is
Viking new experience. Like what is their name now?
the Viking Raid experience.
I don't know. The New
Like
Day's involved. I don't know what's happening.
I forgot about the New Day, honestly. Uh,
Yeah,
the Sheamus fan club, they're doing stuff. They could be a tag team.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Uh,
But yeah, man.
Judgment Day, Mysterios, they're happening.
The issue with the situation we're in right now, Montez Ford is too good,
He is too good.
and Dawkins not so much. So, and it's very clear that they might split them up very soon. So,
I think Triple H has enough wherewithal to know that he is in a position where he could do that right now.
yeah. Well, I think if they do break up, they need to be replaced by someone else.
That is true. I don't know what tag teams are on NXT. I'm sure there's somebody there that can do it.
Yeah, let's look for Dawkins, man, because he's really good, but he's not as good as Montez Ford.
Speaking of
And
NXT
Montez
tag,
looks the part, he acts the part, he can wrestle, he can talk, he can do it all. Dawkins, he doesn't have all those things.
speaking of NXT tag teams, though, sorry to quick detour here, but I will never forgive them for what they did to Grizzly Young Veterans. Just want to throw that out there. That was a
Okay,
crime, and they should know that.
sure. Okay.
Anyways, sorry. You can continue.
No, I was done.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Let's get someone ahead with that.
gotcha. Looking at what comes up next, I am not ready to talk about this, but we're going to because it happened. The Kid Rock segment.
It happened, all right. We talked about it in the beginning. I think that's all I needed to hear.
It was the most uncomfortable I've been watching a wrestling show in a while. So thank you, Kid Rock.
Thanks for that, I guess.
Appreciate it. Anyways, Riddle is here. Riddle showed up, quote unquote, not
First
medically
of all, he's
clear.
not even cleared, man. What are you here? And how'd you get all the way to the ring, but no one's stopping you?
I mean, the security showed up, and for some reason, instead of trying to get in there and stop him, they stood outside and asked him politely not to do what he's doing.
Hey, please don't do that. Get out
They
of the
said,
ring, man.
look, man, I don't want to hurt you by getting in there and tackling you to the ground, but I am going to ask you not to do what you're going to do. And Riddle said, I think I'm going to do it anyway. And it did not go well for him.
Would have made more sense, like if he was just hiding underneath the ring and he just popped out. Guy in the ring was like, "I need a match with Seth Rollins right now."
I think all of it was good up until Seth Rollins went to go curb stomp Riddle. Instead of actually actively going to stop him, they just kind of let it happen.
Yeah, the fuck.
I'm just saying, Triple H, you got to work on that, man. If you're teasing an injury angle, just have someone come over and actually try to stop the person for once. That'd be nice.
Spears Seth Rollins.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Speaking of problems that I forgot to talk about, by the way, I'm gonna quickly go back to the Judgment Day Mysterios thing. I do not
Mhm.
appreciate that it was no DQ match with tag rules.
Oh my god, we forgot all about that. How was it the extreme rules, but there was rules that were, basic? I don't get it.
One of my least favorite things in wrestling. If it's extreme rules, there's no rules. Therefore, there should not be tags. It's a very simple concept. I don't know how this keeps happening.
Literally, it all has to be is a tornado tag team match. That's all it has to be. A tornado tag.
It should
You can
not
bring
be
some
this.
weapons in there. It should be really cool. It's not that hard, right?
I don't.
And if the legal man is not in the ring, why are you counting the man out? Like, what's going to happen? You're going to ring the bell and it's going to look weird? Like, I don't understand.
This isn't even a WWE thing. This is a professional wrestling thing in general because AEW does this too, and so probably some other companies.
Yeah,
There's no
I
reason
don't
to
know.
complicate this as much as you do. Come on.
I'm trying to do. I don't even know what it did. Like, it didn't benefit the match. It hurt the match more. Like, I don't even know why I was there for it, really.
It hurts the match because the crowd's sitting there and you're like, but didn't they say it was a no disqualification match? Why are they following the rules like that? Why is he
Yeah,
allowed to use
there
that?
are no rules. You can literally jump in the ring at any moment and it would be legal.
There are no rules except for the rules that you are going to follow, which is you better hold that tag rope or else.
Yeah, so it was
But
weird. I don't know. Anyway,
you can hit him with the chair as much as you want, but if you so much as get in this ring once, so help me God.
yeah, I will disqualify all of you.
Next up, another a little bit of a weird thing here, Ronda versus Liv. Uh, uh, Weird ending.
Also kind of short. Well,
It's very obviously setting up a rematch at the Clash at the Castle show. I think we all know that.
I do not look. I don't know if I like the ending or if I hated the ending. I didn't hate it. I guess I also didn't like it that much.
I am torn between thinking it was smart and also very dumb at the same time. I
Me
don't
too.
know which
Yeah.
one's more accurate.
It's pretty clever, I guess, because she, tapped out before the 3 count when
But
she had the door locked in. But and it protects, I guess, both of them. But it really, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Olivia still looks weak in some way.
also, why didn't the ref look at the replay and go, "Well, actually,
It
you
was
did
already
tap"?
decided. It was decided. It's fine.
But there have been times in history where they've been like, "Oh well, in that
Bring
case."
out the giant television. We have to figure this out.
Yeah, where's Charles Robinson with the giant television being like, "Well, actually, Kevin,
Let's plug this into the outlet real quick. Let's get the cable set up. Wait, what?
I'm sorry, we have TiVo
Ah, look at
simultaneous."
there, Fox News. Anyway, back to the subject.
So anyway, as you can see, she was counting. It was kind of weird. It
Oh,
was really
Peacock's being weird. The connection's terrible. We
guys,
have to
get
go
off your
back.
cell phones for 1 sec, just 1 second, guys.
Let's go back. Rewind. Rewind. That's a little too far. That's a little too far. Right? Go forward.
Over right there. Nope, that's okay. I don't even know how we got to that part. This is a live show. How did you get to the main
Whoa.
event already?
Whoa. Why does she have her tits out? Why is everyone naked? Why is that guy's dick erect? Wait, what? Oh no. Wrong
Rick,
channel.
what?
Wrong channel. Wrong
Rick, what
channel.
did I tell you about watching that stuff on the job again? Anyways, I mean, I'm just saying, it's a weird thing. I think we need to decide as a wrestling community: are we gonna pretend that we can't do replays and take backs, or are we just gonna go with whatever happens, happens?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like it's not very. It's very weird in wrestling, I guess, because the rules change every so often.
Right. Uh, I think we
It
need.
really, really just kind of changes because of the storyline. That's kind of how it goes.
It does, but I'm just if the ending's gonna bring up this many questions like this, and you're gonna have the commentators look at it and examine it for 5 minutes, then maybe let's not do that if you're not just gonna restart the match. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get that. I do agree with you, but I don't know if we'd hold everything to that.
Right. Next up, we get an awkward Kane appearance. Um,
Yeah, don't
I
know
mean,
whether to boo him, cheer him. I don't know, but
people
anyway,
in
he's
Nashville,
here. He's here.
seem pretty happy about it. Um, I felt weird because I didn't know if I was allowed to cheer for him.
Well, he's from Knox, Tennessee, or whatever. So I mean,
Because I mean, I love Kane. I don't know how I feel about Glenn Jacobs, the person.
yeah, it is what it is. He did the fire thing. That's cool, I guess.
He did. He was there for like 10 seconds. He ran through a. Hey guys, there's this many of you here. Congratulations. Here's Pyro. Bye. And that was really all it was.
All I wanted to see was the pyro. But we're all good.
So next up is the main event. Reigns
This
versus
was the most excited I've ever been for WWE in so long.
Listen,
When I saw Brock Lesnar, when he showed up, I was like, "This is gonna be amazing."
I saw the clip on Twitter because I didn't get to watch this live of Brock Lesnar tipping the ring, and I was like, I need to see this immediately, and
Yeah,
I am happy I did.
this man brought a tractor. I don't care about Roman Reigns' entrance; it was pretty boring. But
It was
Brock Lesnar brought a tractor to
Ro-
SummerSlam.
Roman Reigns was pretty par for the course. It's a Roman Reigns entrance we've seen a million times. I love Roman, spice up a little bit. But Lesnar brought out a tractor, but not just any tractor, a tractor with his logo branded on it, and I think that's really what sold me on this match.
Yeah, he stood on top of the tractor. He announced himself as a big old country boy.
Big ass country boy,
Yeah,
specifically, quote unquote.
Pacific, and that's how that went. So you knew it was gonna be great, and then you hit him with the Luthez press. from the top. He jumped off the crate. He jumped off the tractor.
Yeah, he jumped off the tractor. Yeah, Michael Cole on commentary selling it like he's never seen a Brock Lesnar match in his life. That was great. Um, honestly, I probably one of my favorite last man standing matches I've seen in a while.
And all of them are the same. It's like, all right, we can't beat this guy. Let's stack a bunch of shit on. And that did happen to us. It was a tractor in this match, so it makes up for it.
There was a tractor. The ring got moved and almost tipped over. They didn't go completely because you don't want to crush the fans.
The guy
Ideally,
can't crush. Yeah, true.
I mean, look, I I'm not gonna say take one for the team, but like move out of the way
Hmm.
so Brock can do it. Is all I'm saying.
Like in these shows, when they move out of the way for the guy that does the dive, I mean, this makes sense.
I mean, you see the ring coming, just get out of the way so Brock can tip it all the way. So I want to see them fight in an empty arena with people in it with the ring tipped over.
Yeah, and no commentary won't be bad either.
I mean, maybe now it would be bad actually because Michael Cole's actually good on commentary now.
I mean, I like no commentary wrestling better than commentary wrestling.
I kind of do also, but I don't know if I could have gotten through 20 minutes of that.
Yeah, I get that.
But anyways, there's also some fun character stuff. Paul Heyman begging Brock to not kill Roman Reigns, and then getting F5 to a table.
That was pretty cool. But I mean, honestly, when Brock was fucking trying to tip over the ring, I was like, okay, well, what's he even trying to do? Because immediately he pushed the ring a little bit. I was like, I don't even know what he's trying to do here. And then he fucking picked it up, and he sent Roman Reigns out of the ring. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, look, I think what we need here is more tractors in professional wrestling.
Yeah. And he stayed like that the whole match, bro.
I mean, what are you gonna do with the tractor? Where are you gonna put it? I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that they hid that for the entire show is insane to me.
He also dumped him in the ring at some point with the tractor.
He dumped him. He didn't even fall from that high, but just the fact that he dumped him in the ring with a tractor, people were just all over it.
Oh my god. Yeah. I wish he dumped him on the floor because it would have been higher, but
I mean, you don't want to kill Roman Reigns, but also a little bit higher would have been cool.
they wouldn't have been just padding. It's fine.
That is true. Also, Brock Lesnar did try to jump onto the barricade. He did miss that. We do have to bring that
He got
up.
really angry about that.
He did. Michael Cole acknowledged he's not going to be happy about that. You could tell he was pissed. I mean, I would be too, actually. 'Cause
Yeah, when you try and do something cool and you just it's like Kofi Kingston at Royal Rumble. It's like Kofi Kingston wasn't angry.
it felt to me like Brock was like, Vince always told me not to do this. He's gone now. I'm going to do it because I can. And he did it. He was like, Vince was right. God.
Fuck. Yeah. I can't do it. Then he
I
calls up Vince afterwards. How'd you know? He's like, I tried it myself, man. I gotta try everything myself.
if I couldn't do it, you're a big ass country boy, man. Big ass country boy. If an old 70-year-old man can't do it, how are you going to do it?
Anyway, I'm gonna go back to be on my yacht. See you.
I gotta go pay some money for some sex. See you later.
That's what Vince Lee would do.
Vince McMahon's probably looking at legal ways to do that. And
No problem. He's
he is,
searching up on Google. Like, no one's gonna see my history.
like, hold on a second. Linda, the computer's not working. God,
God damn it. I hate technology.
Linda. I meant to put in Google. I sent it to Shane. What do I do?
I emailed it.
I emailed it to Shane and Trips and Stephanie. Oh my God.
It was a group email. The fuck?
Trips is like, Vince, this isn't Google. Stephanie's like, oh my God, Dad, what the hell? Shane's like, I mean, maybe I know a guy.
Yeah. I mean, she looks like the type of guy I would know a guy.
So anyway, Brock does Trip. It was kind of funny.
It was funny. It'll be a
Period.
match media.
Oh yeah. A lot of this show is gonna be a match mania.
You betcha.
There was that one spot where one of the Usos helped Brock suplex the other Uso. There was. And then immediately
Yeah.
after, one of the Usos almost got suplexed onto their neck, which was scary.
Yeah. It does happen with a lot with Brock.
It does, an uncomfortable amount, I would say.
Yeah, I think Roman Reigns has said that he's uncomfortable with working with Brock because Like he takes a toll on his body and shit.
This is quote unquote the last time. So
Yeah, we'll see.
there was a
I mean, what
theory.
other big matches can you do without the stars already built?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Roman Reigns and Brock have done it all. But I was surprised to find out this was the first ever last man standing match Lesnar has done.
Oh wow, that's cool. I mean, I think he has the most matches in SummerSlam history, actually.
I think it was the most main event matches or something
Main
like that.
event matches, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
They are doing all
which
sorts of stats at
does
commentary.
make sense, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of numbers going on commentary. It was hard to keep up. But
Numbers is commentary's game.
Michael Cole, when he doesn't have anyone yelling in his ear, is a numbers guy and he has a personality. This is Michael Cole always wanted.
I guess he just likes wrestling now.
I mean, like, I'm sure it's easy when you have Vince McMahon yelling in your ear. I think it just gets easy.
Yeah, probably. I'm wondering what's happening in his ear.
I mean, probably he just hears silence. He just doesn't know what
A
to do.
serenity.
This is what peace feels like. Oh my God. Michael? Michael? You there,
Peace
buddy?
be with you too, man. What are you doing, Michael?
Might be there. I can finally be at peace with myself. What does that have to do with
This isn't
Sasha
time for
Banks?
meditation. We're calling Sasha Banks' match.
It's not boss time anymore. What?
It's cold time. What? No, it doesn't make sense, man.
I am Mike freaking Cole. Michael, what? No, stop. I'm the tribal chief. Oh my.
Oh,
Someone take
now we're
his.
getting crazy. Now we're getting insane.
Uh, anyways, speaking of tribal chief, back to the match. Theory did try to cash in. It did not go well for him. Didn't
No, I
actually cash
mean,
in.
at some point I was like, okay. I mean, the thing I predicted before the match even happened was he's going to try and cash in. He's not going to really make it that far.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if he didn't have to run down that ridiculously long ramp, he might have. But he
Maybe,
did.
I mean, that ramp is so. No one was going to climb that far. Like even Drew McIntyre's promo, he was kind of in the middle of the ramp. He wasn't
I'm
going to walk all the way to the ring for it.
I'm convinced if he shortened that ramp down about half the length, we could have gotten at least less than 3 hours of the show.
I'm telling you, man. Like you do that for a Royal Rumble, everyone's out of breath when they hit the ring.
They did do that for the Rumble, and I feel like this was somehow longer though.
Somehow, I think so. Yeah.
But anyways, Theory doesn't get to cash in; he gets beaten up a lot, and then Roman Reigns, after a bunch of attempts, finally does win, and it was pretty cool.
It was, he did something. I mean, I feel like all the things that were thrown on Brock and the count was still going, I feel like it would interrupt the count.
I think the forklift thing, I'm sorry, not the forklift, the tractor thing,
I should have just put the
and
tractor on top of Brock Lesnar, and
if they
then and that would
if
have worked.
if Roman Reigns brought out the Roman Reigns tractor to flip the Brock Lesnar tractor on the Brock Lesnar, I would have lost my mind.
Roman Reigns brought the Rock to destroy Brock Lesnar.
If The Rock put out the special edition Roman Reigns and The Rock tractor, flipped it on
Yeah.
the Brock, I would have died right then and there.
Go watch the XFL. They're just
Yes,
celebrating. XFL coming soon.
if Roman Reigns brought out the Fox robot to tip over the tractor onto Brock
Can't believe
Lesnar,
there's no New York teams in the XFL.
it's absolutely. They have like three. How many? What state has three? How many?
3 Texas teams.
Three.
That's too many.
Texas is big. It's not that big. Okay,
Well, it's too many. 2, sure. 3, that's too many.
we're getting a little bit greedy. New York could use one. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we could have used one at least.
Well, anyways, that was basically it. I mean, the ending of the match, I think, was my favorite part with Brock getting up over and over again, and Michael Cole freaking out when Roman Reigns' facials. I think that was really my
Yeah, he
favorite
was
part.
freaking the fuck out. He was so. I mean, his charisma is insane. Kind of reminds me a little bit of more Ronaldo sometimes.
Imagine if we got this Michael Cole for 25 years, man.
Maybe more Ronaldo and Michael Cole.
This one, yeah, this iteration of Michael Cole and Mauro Ranallo, the loudest
Working
going
out on
vocal triggers.
commentary. Oh my god, I would enjoy that.
Throw Pat McAfee in there, you got a party.
Yeah. Don't forget about more Ronaldo, man. I feel like people would forget about him, but he was really good. One
And why do you have to give
of my
boys away?
favorite commentators.
Never forgive JBL and Jerry Lawler for that. Never.
Never. No. assholes. Ruin something.
You can't have anything nice in wrestling. Except for now. Now we can.
Maybe.
Under
Grain of
Pop
salt.
under Papa H, anything is possible. And with that, I think that's gonna do it for the SummerSlam review. What was your thoughts on this?
Look, I mean, honestly, man, it's a thumbs up or a double thumbs up. I feel like it wasn't perfect, so I'll give it a thumbs up.
I will agree with that. I will say that Triple H took a card that wasn't even his and gave us a great show out of it. And I respect that.
Yeah. It was no all out or whatever pay per view AEW did that was amazing, but it definitely was a good show. So thumbs up is perfect.
Yeah, I do agree with that. And with that said, do you remember the outro?
Bro, I do it different every time, but I mean, it sounds kind of similar. Go follow us on every single social media platform. We're everywhere, as well as podcasting platforms. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Go on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, share all our content. We'll see you next one. Bye.